So tell me about the first time you saw the aliens.
I was very distressed. There was this large one, and he came up to me, and he said something in a language that I'd never heard before. It sounded like a mix of Swedish and Chinese.
Would you call that Swinese?
Maybe. But there was this big one, and he took me into his ship. It was this large thing that looked sort of like an egg, like a scrambled egg. And we took it up, and we flew through the clouds, up into the stars, those bright things in the dark sky.
Would you be open to speaking to someone else about this?
Sure.
Hi. So what's your occupation? I'm an actor. I act.
Yeah, that's what they all say. No, let's get down to brass tacks here. We need someone who can talk to a man who is desperately mentally ill. Do you think, as an actor, you're capable of helping this man?
Yes.
You got the job. And they say the easiest way to get to a man is through his deepest, darkest fear.
Well, excuse me, but what is this man's deepest, darkest fear?
Well, we had put him under intensive observation. I had to sit up with the man late one night. About 3 a.m. in the morning, I sat at his bedside, staring at him, watching him deep in slumber. And what I saw mortified me.
Clowns. 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 Clowns.
I take it that he's afraid of clowns.
Possibly. We can capitalize on this. Now, you know we've had quite a few talks now, Richard. Right?
Yeah.
And do you think you're feeling any better?
Yeah.
Well, even if you think you're doing better, I think I have someone that you'd be interested in talking to. Someone I think could help you, Richard.
Yeah.
So would you be interested in talking to this other specialist?
Yeah.
You have no idea how happy it makes me to hear you say that. Okay, well, I'm going to leave, and in a moment the second specialist will come in to say hello. Thank you again, Richard.
Hello, Richard. Wanna play a game? character acting? Gosh darn it, man. I didn't go through 14 years of clown college to be called off like some dog by a dude with a PhD.
You can't kill a patient. You were here to scare him. Boo! Ah! Scare him. You're not supposed to kill the poor man.
I have nothing invested in him. I mean, I could really care less whether he lives or dies. I have one job to do. You hired me, and I did it.
You actors, you bloody actors, in your lack of regard for the sanctity of human life, all of you are the same! You know, this all kind of reminds me of a time when I was just entering medical school. There was a girl I was in love with, and she was also a psychology major. Oh. And she and I were really close, but she sort of grew away from me, and I remember her boyfriend, he went around and he sold chickens to deaf people. And it was a very odd job, but he made a lot of money doing it. And the thing was, there was a very specific way that they went about selling the poultry to the deaf. You know, you go up to them after you find out that they're deaf. I mean, it's kind of hard to find out. You can't really ask, you know, because they can't hear you. But so, you know, the way they typically would do it is they had a sign, you know, it's like that, it's like a dollar sign with a slash through it, you know, it's like, you know, it's a dollar sign. Yeah. And so that's sort of how you went up to a deaf person. You said, I want to sell you something, you know, and, you know, door-to-door salesman, that's what they know. You knock on the door, they open the door, if they can't hear, right, sure. That's what they did. So, basically with the chicken, it was a very specific method, because what they would do is they walk up, they signal the sale, and then they just, you know, you get right in their face, right in your face. It's like walk on, and then you just look right into their eyes, and then they just would say, "Want to buy a chicken?" And that's how you sell a deaf man a chicken.
Yeah, Pete, that's pretty legit, but I just got one question. How in the heck does that relate to anything we've been talking about?
Makes sense to me.